garu to please come onto the dais. May I now request our director, Sri Ratna Gopal garu, to welcome sister by handing over a small bouquet from a token of appreciation and welcoming sister Shivani garu. Let me speak out a few words of this program. The life skills include many critical skills, but stress management as a life skill provides us wonderful tools to deal with the stressful life. Severe work stress can lead to a psychological syndrome known as burnout, which paves way to the overwhelming exhaustion, cynicism, and sense of inefficiency. Often it causes heart disease, obesity, high blood pressure, and depression. To avoid such scenarios, we must understand the issue and practice the right techniques so that we don't degenerate from stress to distress. To help us in understanding the issue and learning the right technique of stress management, we have a session on transform work pressure to the work pleasure. And we have among us Sister Sri B.K. Shivani among us. Sister B.K. Shivani has been associated with Brahma Kumari's institutions since childhood. She dedicated herself for the services of Brahma Kumari 25 years ago, serving the society to impart spiritual knowledge and teach Raja Yoga meditation. Sister Shivani has traveled to USA, UK, China, Malaysia, Thailand, Dubai, and Australia to participate in service activities and self-development programs. She endeavors to bring spirituality beyond the stereotypical boundaries and inspires professionals from all walks of life. She conducts several workshops at different forums and has also served talks at international platforms. She has conducted self-managing leadership program and other self-development initiatives for companies like Infosys, TCS, Wipro, and Tech Mahindra, among others. She is the coordinator of Hyderabad chapter of ITime for Brahma Kumaris. In 2011, she initiated the Spirituality in IT retreats in Hyderabad and has been successfully leading the program. The program organizes monthly retreats exclusively for IT professionals. Sister B.K. Shivani is fluent in Hindi, English, and Telugu. Now, I request Sister B.K. Shivani Garu to set up the stage for the program. And I request all our audience, all our participants who are moving through the live also, to get involved in this and have a good time for next 1 hour. I request everyone to keep your mobiles in a silent mode.
Thank you. I have my mic. Om Shanti. Am I audible? Am I? Mic is not on. Okay. This mic is working? This one? Okay. It's okay. This? Dono. Okay. Om Shanti. Good evening. Om Shanti is a greetings of peace in the Brahma Kumaris, which means I am a peaceful being. Om means I am, and Shanti means I'm peaceful. So, do you think, are you peaceful all the time? But we wish to be peaceful, right? What do we ask for when we go to temples or when we ask God over there? First thing is peace. Peace in the mind, or peace in the house, or peace in relationships. Am I right? Yeah? What else do we crave for in life? Or let me put it this way, what is all the running around for? Happiness. Yeah. Anything else? Success. Okay. Health. Good health. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. Nothing? Just peace, happiness, good health, success. That's all?
Name and fame.
That comes under success. Name and fame is a part of success. Anything else we are looking forward in life? We don't need love. Love and affection, ingredient, important ingredient in life, isn't it? But do you all know, or I would like to help you understand today, that these are the core values of the soul. The soul. Many of you are applying a tilak over here. One of our brother is also applying over here. The real meaning of applying the tilak or the bindi over here was the reminder of the true self, which is the soul within the framework of body. And soul by itself is peaceful, loving, happy. Yeah, we all need happiness also in our life. Pure, powerful, blissful, and knowledgeable. But what happens is when we forget our true self and we think that this framework of the body is I, then we move away from our core values. These values which I have listed out are very core to the being, to the soul. That is why it is very dear to all souls also. Who doesn't like to be peaceful? Who doesn't like to be happy? Or who doesn't like to be loved? Isn't it? Everybody. I don't think in NSL anybody is in this category, right? Or out there also. Nobody wants to be in that category. We want to be peaceful, we want to be loving, we want to be happy, we want to be blissful, joyful, powerful. Powerful also. Yeah, powerful. If not from the outside, at least from the inside. Yeah. Everybody craves to be powerful from inside. Right? But why we are not experiencing all these core values in our day-to-day life? And day by day it is diminishing. Isn't it? Do you feel the peace is reducing or increasing in life? The happiness quotient is going up or coming down day by day? Yeah? It's coming down, no? Whereas it is our core values. Because we have forgotten that who we are, the core values of the soul has also, become merged. So once we remind ourselves that I am this being of light called the soul, the original qualities of the soul also comes alive. So Om Shanti is one such reminder that I am this being. So each time we remind ourselves that I am this being of light, it is like you are repeating. And whatever you are repeating in your head or telling it also loudly, what happens? Your repetitive thoughts or your repetitive words, what happens? Yes, anybody? No idea? We don't repeat our thoughts or we don't tend to repeat our words. We do. What happens? It happens, na? It actually happens. So, this is why the greetings in the Brahma Kumaris is Om Shanti, that whatever we are repeating is what we are manifesting. Just like our brother who was introducing, he was telling that because of stress, there is so many problems like obesity, tension, and now it is gone far from tensions also, far away from stress also. Now it is depression. That is the new disease. And one major reason which is identified is repetitive thoughts. That causes this disease called depression. Thoughts going in a loop and having very little control over these thoughts. That is the situation where medical science declares you that you are in a depressed state. Am I right? Yeah? So how do we not fall under that loop and still stay happy in the present, no matter what we are doing? Today we are going to discuss about it. So the topic selected was from transform work pressure to work pleasure. Do you experience pressure? How many of you? At least once in life? If not always? Yes, everybody, I'm sure. Even though you have not raised your hands, but I'm very sure on that. Now, what exactly is the pressure all about? Of course, everybody has experienced it at some point of time in life. What is the pressure? Pressure eppudu experience avutundi. Take a moment in silence now. Just reflect. What creates pressure? Try to identify it. Or what creates tension? Okay? Just, you don't have to tell me or tell it loudly. Not required. Just take a moment now. Now. Be here now. And try to understand that what are the causes of pressure in your life. Identify 2 causes. Okay? It could be at the workplace. It could be in the family. It could be from your body or your relations or from the society. Anything it could be. But take time now to identify it. There can be more than 2 reasons, but minimum identify the 2 major reasons of pressure. In what situations you feel pressurized. You can make a note of it also today if you wish to, or if you have pen paper now, make a note. It's important because unless and until we do not identify the cause of my pressure, we can never work towards the solution part. So everybody done? Who has identified those 2 causes? Please raise your hand. 1, 2, 3 only. We are not going forward until you identify it. I am not taking it forward because it's important. Now is the time. You have taken out your valuable, precious time. The company has organized. I understand a lot of cost is involved in all of this. So let us make worth of this time and all the cost involved. Right now, 2 major reasons of stress or pressure in life. Okay? Ready? Or you need some more time? Okay. So, the major cause of pressure or the physics formula for pressure is? Or stress. What is the formula for stress? Stress is equal to? Anybody? Pressure. Divided by? There is a formula in place. Let me help you understand, and then we'll make this formula workable or doable for ourselves. Stress is equal to pressure divided by, do I have a board to write? Okay, never mind. So you can write, or you can write down in your notebook, stress is equal to pressure divided by resilience or your inner power. ठीक है? So pressures are not under our control. Do you agree? Agree? But the denominator, resilience, our inner powers, that is our property. Am I right? Our inner powers are something which we develop over a period of time. Now let me help you understand with an example. Let us say this table. This table has one said weight. There is one weight of this table, okay? When I am fit and fine and full of energy, healthy, in the best of my health, if you ask me to keep this side, I can do it very easily, right? But when I'm not taking care of my physical health, let us say for 2 months or 3 months, I'm very careless about my physical health. Definitely my energy level will go down. And then if you ask me to lift this table, what happens? Same table, same weight, but I will say, table is very heavy. Am I right? I will say the table is very heavy. But what exactly is happening?
Resilience is coming.
Exactly. My resilience or my inner power to lift that table has gone down. That is why today I am feeling heavy. Correct? Table has not lost its weight. Table is of the same weight, but I have lost my inner powers. So stress, when do we feel stressed? When the pressures are high and my inner power is low. Correct? Do you agree? It is just like the table. So today we will understand that how I can increase my inner powers. Because the pressures of life is not under my control. That will increase. Do you think your pressures, whatever you have identified the reasons of your pressures, do you think after 5 years your pressures will reduce? It is even more going to increase. The sad news is that. But accordingly, in same proportion, if I take care of my inner powers, whatever be the strength of the table, if I build up my muscles to lift it, I can. Right? I can still. No matter what the weight of the table is. If I work on my body building or muscle building, I can lift it very easily. Maybe with one hand also. Not even 2 hands required at times. Right? So, stress is only going to, or the pressures of life is only going to increase day by day. Accordingly, I have to work on my inner powers. Now, when I talk about inner powers, where am I, or where do you think your inner powers lie? We know about our physical body and the powers of the body, how to build up a powerful body or a fit and healthy body. To a great extent, there is a lot of knowledge in the social media or out there on different platforms. It is being spoken about. But what about inner powers? Day by day, our inner powers are reducing because we are not paying attention to it. By inner power, any idea before I get into the subject? Inner power means where? Sorry? Mental strength, yeah. In the mind. Yes, rightly said. Any other thoughts before I get into that? Heart? Heart is a physical thing. Emotions, okay. Emotions are also, again, it is all related to mind. As is your thought, so are your emotions. Am I right? Confidence, okay. Any other ideas? As the sister rightly mentioned, that inner powers lies in the mind. And where is the mind? Don't mix up your mind with brain. Brain is physical. It can be seen with these eyes under a microscope. But what about the mind? Is it a visible thing? No. Mind is a subtle thing, but it is there in place. Only then we are able to think properly, act properly, and do things properly. Right? Mind is, bring your attention here, mind is not a physical thing. Mind is the subtle organ of the soul. As I spoke to you earlier, that there is a soul within this framework of the body. That is why the tilak is applied here. And this soul is a tiny point of light, tinier than the tip of a needle. Very subtle, yet very powerful. Because this living energy is running the whole body. Yeah? The soul with the combination of the body, look at the body like a vehicle, car. And the soul is like the driver within the car. A car without a driver is of any purpose. Will it solve any purpose of yours? No. And a driver without a car also can't do much. Combination of driver and the car gets things done. Likewise, the combination of the soul and the body together is getting things done. So, truly speaking, the most valuable thing in the body is the soul. Without the soul, the body cannot function. It is declared dead. What happens when a person leaves the body? The body is there only. All the sense organs are very much there in that body also, in a dead body. Why is it not able to see, hear, talk, move your hands and legs? The energy, the soul, has left the body. చలే గయే బోల్తే వెళ్ళిపోయారంటారు. ఎక్కడికి? ఇక్కడే ఉంది బాడీ. Who left? Who left? The question is bigger question. We have all seen this through our eyes. A very practical example of it is there very much. Who left? The body is there only. Who left? The soul. When the soul leaves the body, it is declared dead. And soul is an energy, not visible to these eyes. Like in science you might have read, energy neither can be created nor destroyed. And energy cannot be seen with the eyes, it can be felt. It can be experienced. Like this electricity is energy. Can you see the current? You can experience when the lights are on, the air condition is on, you can say yes, the power is, or the energy is running behind, or the energy is there. Likewise, the soul within this framework of body cannot be seen. It can be experienced. And mind is the first faculty of the soul. Okay? So, I'll just help you understand with the help of a picture. Let us say this is the image of the soul, a point of light. Okay? Visible to everybody? Okay? So now this soul, which is eternal, that never dies, it just moves from one body to the other. That's the only change which happens to the soul. The body dies, body perishes, but the soul never dies. So this subtle, invisible energy called soul has three subtle organs. The first organ is mind. that is also not visible. Okay? What is the functioning of our mind? What does the mind do? Yes, rightly said. This is where the thoughts are generated. This is the thinking faculty of the soul. Okay? Mind is part of the soul. It is a subtle organ of the soul. Okay? So mind, which is the thought generating faculty, there are 4 categories of thoughts which is generated in the mind. First, positive thoughts. Second, negative thoughts. Familiar with these terms? Then comes wasteful thoughts. And then comes necessary. Okay? So broadly speaking, our thoughts are moving in this 4 categories only. Positive thoughts, any definition? Who can define? Raise your hand. Positive thoughts. Because we have been listening to this word since we were a child. And we have been telling our children also, be positive, be positive. But what exactly does it mean by being positive? Feel good? Be optimistic, okay. Any thoughts which you can say this falls under the category of positive thinking or optimistic thinking? Sorry? Acceptance? Somebody said acceptance? Okay. Acceptance is, I would put it this way, it's a virtue. But what is a positive thought? Brighter future. You're close by. Think more. Positive. Very commonly used word. We were suggested by people to be positive, or we suggest people also at times, be positive. What exactly does it mean? Sorry? Thinking all good. Yes. Thinking good about the self, or thinking good about the people around me, or the whole world at large, can be called as positive thoughts. Agree? Yes? Thinking good about the self or beneficial thoughts to the people around me or to the whole world around me falls under the category of positive. On the contrary, negative thinking, just the opposite. Think damaging thoughts to the self or damaging thoughts to for the people around me or to the world at large can be called as negative thoughts. Clear? Now, once you go back home, please do share this knowledge with everybody, because it's very important to know our quality of thoughts. To know our thoughts, we have to know the quality of our thoughts also. We just know mind is thinking. Okay, what is it thinking? What is the quality of my thoughts? It's important to understand that. Because if we want to build up our resilience, our inner powers, this is where you have to start working. This is the right place. So, coming to the third category, wasteful thoughts. Any idea? Define wasteful thoughts. Gossip. Okay. Any other? Yes, it can be called, but not the exact answer for it. Can be called.
Unproductive.
Unproductive. Like? Be more specific. No wasteful thoughts in NSL? Maybe we don't know. There could be, but we are not aware of it. So, very simple definition of wasteful thoughts, which even, exactly, you are halfway there. One simple definition, even I have understood after coming to the Brahma Kumaris, too much thinking about the past or too much thinking about your future goes under the category of waste. Agree? Yeah? So now you understand where are you. One particular day, if we were asked to watch our thoughts, keep a watch over our thoughts, where would our thoughts be most of the time? Most of the time. Yeah? You got it, right? I don't have to tell it. Okay. Coming to necessary thoughts, the fourth category. So you're clear with the waste. Either if you're too much thinking about your past, it is all going in the category of waste. Or if you're too much in the future also, too much of future planning, that is also going under the category of waste. Of course, little future plan is fine, but either being too much here or either being too much here, it is all going under the category of waste. And waste is always a burden. Suppose some items are lying waste in your house, your washing machine or your some appliances which are not functioning, and once you sell it in scrap, all the waste, how do you feel? Especially during Diwali, we all do that. You know? How do you feel? Fresh, clean, and more room for the best things to come into the house, isn't it? Similar is the case over here also. The more you eliminate wasteful thoughts in your life, the more there is room for productive thoughts. Okay? Then coming to necessary thoughts. Necessary thoughts are something which are thoughts related to our routine work. Yeah? Daily you have to wake up at this time, have breakfast at this time, come to office at this time, do this job at this time. Routine related thoughts can be called as necessary thoughts. It is required. Okay? So, positive thoughts boost the energy of the mind. Huh? It is like healthy food for the mind. Negative thoughts drains away the energy of the mind. Okay? Whenever you are thinking negative, what is the feeling in the body? Energy going up or energy going down? Always. Yes. Which is, it's a drain. And you feel it also. But we don't know about it. That's a different case. Wasteful thoughts, again drain of energy. The energy of the mind goes down with wasteful thinking. Or it is not as damaging as negative thoughts, but it is small leakage, like in one ceiling, the ceiling has not fallen down, but there is one leakage. Someday it will become a big problem, no? If it is not addressed, right? So wasteful thinking is like that only. If it is not understood and not addressed or taken care of, it becomes a big problem someday. It becomes a burden, heaviness over the mind. Then necessary thoughts have a neutral impact. Neither energy gained nor energy loss. Neutral, because it is something related to your routine works. Okay? So now do one activity today before going to bed. Okay? So make a graph. How many of you know to make a graph? Graph has one vertical line and one horizontal line. Okay? I'll show you how. Like this. Okay? So in this horizontal line, you write positive, negative, waste, and necessary. Okay? In the horizontal line, you write 10%, 20, 30%, 40, and go on up till 100. Okay? So this is how you have to draw this graph. Do it today. I'm very sure you will like it and you will understand where do you stand when it comes to your thoughts. It's important to analyze also. So if after you are done with the drawing part, just sit back and reflect on the day. Since the time you started in the morning, what all thoughts you got. I'm sure you will not remember all your thoughts because some thousands of thoughts come in one particular day. But roughly, as far as you can remember, go back and see. One day only, this exercise. Go back and see, flashback for one day in the morning and see which category, how many thoughts. Suppose I have identified positive as 40%, put a dot here. I have identified negative where up till 20%, put a dot there. I have identified wasteful where 80%, put a dot there. Make a graph. This is my graph. So this is just an example. So why it's important to make this graph? Of course, necessary is routine related, so nothing to worry too much about it. But why is it important to draw this graph? To identify where your thought energy is going. Thought energy, we call it thought energy or thought power. Right? These are the two terms used for thoughts. Just like in your room, in your house, in one particular room, all the lights are turned on, the air condition, everything is going on, but nobody in the room. What do? You first look around. When you identify nobody in the room, then you turn it off. Right? Otherwise? Yes? Otherwise? Waste of energy. Yeah. And if it is there an attitude of waste of energy, then what happens? Then what happens? If there's no check on energy, what happens? That power, electricity. A big long bill you will get end of the month. And that will be very painful when you have a look at it. Why? Because you had no check over your electrical power. And what about here? What about here? Absolutely zero check. No check at all. So what will happen over here also? Here also you will get bills in different forms. That's the only difference. A sudden outburst of anger is a bill you are paying for no check over your thoughts. As simple as that. Okay? So today, start somewhere. I won't say 100% you will succeed in this activity, but do it just for the sake of it. Why? Because it's important to understand where your thought energy is going. Otherwise, there will be breakdowns. Even before it gets too late, it's high time to keep a check over your thoughts. Because as is your thoughts, so is your As is your thoughts, so is your words. As is your words, so is your actions. And as is your actions, so is what? The result. And as is your result, so is your destiny. Am I right? So it is the thought which is determining your destiny. You get that? So thoughts are such powerful things. It is like seeds. So it has to be sown carefully. Because whatever you are sowing, it will come back to you. That fruits you will have to sit back and eat. You have to understand this thing. जो seeds डालेंगे वही तो fruits आएगा. So quality of seeds ही ठीक नहीं है, negative है या too much into waste है, and you are expecting good fruits out of it, it will never happen. Watch the quality of your thoughts. Okay? So the second faculty of the soul And if possible, do this activity every single day. It's a good thing to close your day with this activity rather than watching TV and reading some news or having gossip. The best option is to close your day with this activity, because the mind has to be silent before it goes to bed. In this silent time, give your mind space to relax first, and then identify your thoughts. Only when you will identify, you can work towards it the following day. If you don't keep a check, you can't mend your thinking or change your thought pattern the following day and see the results of it. Okay? Because how you close your day is very important. Very important. It decides how you start your day next morning also. How many of you agree? The way you have closed your day with the last thought, will that be your first thought in the morning? Yes, it is a fact. It is a scientifically proven fact actually. So if you want your morning to be good, not just wish each other good morning, good morning. If you really want your morning to be good, how do you want to close your day then? Positive. Check your mind. End of the day, just like good business people, they have a balance sheet every day. They check the profit, the loss, where is the company going. So be a businessman, a good one. I am into profits or I am into losses. If I am into losses, what can I do to bring myself into the other side? Fine? So the second faculty of the soul is intellect. Which is called buddhi in Hindi. We are intellectuals, we call ourselves intellectuals. Right? Can the intellect be seen? Buddhi? That's also not visible. It is again the subtle organ of the soul, the second organ. Okay? Any idea what is the functioning of buddhi? Discrimination, right. Any other thoughts? Analysis, yes. Guidance, correct. Buddhi judges, filters, analyzes, reasons, interprets, decides what's right, what's wrong, whether I should do this or not do this. This is false, this is truth. All the analytical part is taken care by the intellect. Mind generates the thought, buddhi filters those thoughts for us. Which is right, which is wrong, which I should not be doing, which I should be doing. It decides for us also. And then it comes into action. This is like judging. This is the judgment faculty. Judgment faculty of the soul, which we all have. We can judge for ourselves what's right, what's wrong, because we are intellectuals. And then it comes into action. A thought straight away doesn't come into action. It passes through the filter of the intellect. Agree? First, for example, you got a thought, I must go and see a friend of mine. Okay? You straight don't walk and go. As soon as you get the thought, you then think. The buddhi comes into picture. Should go now or go later? Should I call and go or should I give him a surprise? Then you say, surprise will be nice. He'll be happy to see me. Then you go. You go and meet him. Straight you don't go and see a person. It passes through this filter of buddhi. Then whatever is your action or your repeated action becomes your sanskaras, or you can call it your habits. It is one and the same. Personality traits. your nature, all of that is called sanskar. Sometimes we say, I can't help it, it's my nature. I can't help it. I lose my temper because it's my nature, I say. How was that nature created? How is your nature created, or your habits created, your personality traits created? Repetitive thoughts, repetitive actions becomes your nature. Suppose I was angry with somebody once, twice, 10 times, 50 times. Now it became my nature. And even before I understand also, it is into play. Right? That is how nature gets built up. And sanskaras is also of two types. Two types. One is innate and one is acquired. Okay? Innate is something, I'll write it up over here, two types. Innate and acquired, okay? Innate is something which the soul is carrying forward from the previous birth. Acquired is something which we are getting from this birth, family. Okay? Let me make it more clear with an example. In one house, there are two children, and they are just not same in their behavior, thinking. Everything is so different about them, as if they are poles apart. Why the difference? Do we see such kind of houses? Maybe in your house also you might be watching it happening. There is a difference. Sometimes two children are not same. One is very mild, very quiet. The other is very aggressive, very outspoken. One is very introvert, one is very extrovert. You see this difference, no? Technically speaking, they should be same, no? From the same set of parents. They got the same environment, same sanskar from the parents. Why is there this difference? We watch it. We have observed it. But the difference is innate sanskar of every soul is different from acquired. Okay? We have to understand that. Acquired from the immediate family. Innate is carrying forward from the previous birth. Now, how the innate works is, an innate is more dominant than the acquired. Up till certain age in our life, innate is very dominant. After a certain age only, acquired becomes more visible in your personality. Just like you see now children dancing very beautifully as if they are born dancers, whereas other children of the same age group are not able to. Right? Yeah? Some children are exceptionally good at singing, as if they are born singers. Others are not able to cope up or can't sing that well. Why? Why all children are not able to sing and dance? Innate sanskar, carried forward from the previous birth. Yeah? That is why they get inclined to a particular area or a particular art. Some children are exceptionally good at mathematics. They solve problems as if they know the answers well in advance. How is that happening? Innate. Innate sanskar. And sanskar is such a powerful thing that it decides your future also, your destiny. Agree? See, two children born at the same time. It happens many a time, same time. Two children are born. One is born in a hut where the mother barely has something to feed. Other is born in a palace, golden spoon in mouth. Why this difference? You can't blame their karma also now because they haven't started performing their karma yet. So why is this difference? We see this difference, right? In the world we live in, sanskar. So sanskar decide your future. So if you want to create good sanskaras or good habits, personality traits, or your good nature, because based on that your next birth is going to be decided, how do you want your next birth to be? Suppose you are given a chance to choose your next birth. How do you want it to be? Have you ever thought about it before? Yes, speak it loudly if you can. How do you want your next birth? Simple question. I'm not asking a very tough one. How do you want your next birth to be? Yes? Nobody wants to share anything? It is better than this one, no? You agree? So if you want a better birth, what do you have to do for it then? Where do you have to start? See, this birth, if you have good clothing, shelter, good food to eat 3 times 3 meals, that itself is a proof that your previous sanskaras were good. It's a proof. Now if you want your next birth to be better than this, then you have to start here. Because as is your thoughts, so will be your judgment, and accordingly your sanskar. Thoughts have the power to decide your destiny also. That is the power of thoughts. That is why it is called thought power or thought energy. We all have this power or energy, but how do we use it? It depends on us. Or how do we want to use it? It is our choice. That's why pressures are not under our control. Yeah, our inner powers, which means our thoughts are very much. Now you can think, sitting here, don't know what happened. And you can think, whatever happened, let them sort it out quickly and let them peacefully do it. It's your choice. Everybody looked there and everybody had different thoughts. But I could think in this way. Choice. I could also thought, oh, what happened? Sounds like plates. Don't know how many plates broken. I could think that way. Let them sort it out quickly and peacefully, and may there not be any further losses. We can think in that way also, no? क्या खर्चा हो रहा है to think in this way? Positive thoughts cost you nothing, right? Not even a single rupee. It's very much under your hands. So that's why in the Brahma Kumaris, the meditation taught here is all focusing on our thoughts or guiding our thoughts in a proper way. That is called meditation. Either you guide your thoughts, or I'll put it this way, either you run the day or the day will run you. Which is better? If you choose your thoughts, or you decide your thoughts, or you plan your thoughts, the energy where I'm going to invest, because this is also an investment. Any investment will give you some returns, na? Similarly is the case with the thoughts. Wherever you invest, you're getting returns. You're investing in positive, you're getting returns. You're investing in negative, you will definitely get that return. You're investing in waste, it will come back multifold time. So watch this investment also and watch it carefully. This is bigger investment where we just don't pay attention at all. We are worried about our money, where to invest it and how to grow it. But what about our thoughts? Yeah? So, in the Brahma Kumaris, the meditation is guiding your thoughts, directing your thoughts. We are very careful about what we are thinking. So 1 minute, shall we meditate? I'll give you some thoughts to think about. See if you can guide your thoughts in that direction. Okay? Ready, everybody? We'll do in between meditations many times now. I have time, no? I can go up till? We started 4:30. 6. Okay. A little bit more is okay? Alright, thank you so much. So all you have to do is just follow the thoughts I'm telling. Don't have to repeat. If it's okay, you keep your eyes open. If you want, you close it. But the biggest fear of closing eyes at this point of time is you might go to sleep. And that's another level of relaxation, which can be looked after in the night. But now we're looking at the relaxation of the mind. So if you want to close your eyes, it's fine, but be careful that you are awake and you are following the thoughts given to you. Sitting comfortably, I relax my body. I relax my feet. I relax my legs. I relax my stomach, my shoulders, my hands, my neck, and my face. All the muscles in my body are relaxed. I'm totally at ease with myself. In these silent moments, I reflect how I started my day. What was the first thought I created? As I was getting ready, what was my thought process? As I was having my breakfast, what was I thinking? As I was on my way to the office, what kind of thoughts was my mind generating? I came to the office. I sat on my table. What was the first thought? I started my work. In between, had a break for lunch. How did I eat my lunch? Then I again went back to work till I came back and sat here. What was my mind thinking all the time? Now, I suggest my mind to have beautiful thoughts. For the self. I am a peaceful being, a soul. I am a happy soul. I am a loving soul. I'm a trustworthy soul. I'm an understanding soul. I'm a cooperative soul. I'm a happy soul. Let me think nicer things about the place I work. This place is giving me the income to run my family. I thank this place. I couldn't imagine my life without this work or the salary I earn. As I know, out there many people have lost their job within a fraction of seconds. And I know how it feels. But now, when I have it, let me appreciate it before I regret losing. This is not a place where I come for work to earn. This is a place to serve. I come in contact with so many people. I get this opportunity to serve them. Let me not look at my work like the work I do. Today, I tell my mind, this is seva. I am here to serve. From today, I will not look at my work like work. I will call it or term it as seva. Because when I call it seva, not only will I earn the income money out of this job or this seva, but I can or I will earn blessings in the process. I'm blessed to have this opportunity to earn blessings as well. People have two different areas. One is work and one is the other area of social work to earn blessings. But I'm fortunate that I can do it at one place only. Let me help others. Let me cooperate. Let me be of some use to somebody every day. Then I can convert this work into seva. And as a result, earn blessings along with the money. And I can do this. It's just a thought away. And the money which comes along with blessings at home, imagine. What will it bring? Just imagine for a while. The money which I am bringing carries some energy. The way I have earned, all the energy is there in the money. Let me decide how or what should be the energy of the money coming into my house. And when it comes with blessings, just imagine how happiness, how joy or good health it will bring. And now I think about the world at large. Let me think that the world be a happy place, a peaceful place, a better place to live in. And let me be the person to start this process. It is my choice. Om Shanti. So were you able to follow the thoughts given to you? Yes?
Some degree, I can say.
Because mind has the habit of drifting here and there. It's used to going here and there. But trust me, after this practice every day of guiding your thoughts or giving it some direction every day, it follows. Because wherever you direct your thought, you are at the driving seat. The soul is the driver within the body. It drives the mind the way it wants. You can choose to be the most unhappy employee of this company by complaining and criticizing. And you can choose to be the most appreciative, the one with lot of gratitude. Now it's your choice. Up to you. Because the more you think this way, you're building up your inner strengths. Because these kind of thoughts boost the energy of the mind. How do you build up your resilience? You give some thoughts to your mind every day. Rather than your mind running you, which will be like you will be here and there, lost and not knowing what is the actual purpose of your life, or you guide your mind. Which is the better position? We are in charge of our mind, or our mind is in charge of us?
You are in charge.
We are the boss. Understand this. So that's why every morning there is a practice in the Brahma Kumaris. And every morning for 45 minutes, people come to our centers, listen to these 45 minutes healthy thoughts given. Then they go to their routine works and their jobs, or if they are housewives, they go to their homes back, carrying this energy or this pattern set for them. Okay? And then in the day also we take breaks, mental breaks. Just like you take a tea break or a lunch break, we take break for meditation. There is something called traffic control, which we practice in the Brahma Kumaris. Which means we have some fixed times for ourselves. That is like 1 minute per hour. We stop. Whatever we are doing, we stop. We disconnect ourselves from our outer world. The roles, the duties, the responsibilities which we have, we for a short while disconnect from it. Okay? And then we realize that I am this peaceful being, the soul. And I have the power to steer my thoughts. In this break, we look at our thoughts, where is it going? If it is not going in the right direction, I will steer it. So if you don't take this break, you will not understand also. So we keep that check. We have kept it that way. That is why it is called traffic control. There is a lot of traffic here also. Just like the traffic on the roads, there are signals maintained so that it moves in an organized way. Right? Just imagine life without traffic signals. Can you imagine how the scene on the roads would be? That is the scene inside in our minds also. So, give your mind also a break. In between that space, pause for a moment. Watch what your mind is doing and then steer. Pause, watch, and then steer. Steer it the way you want it. Because you are in charge of your mind. You are the boss of your mind. Many IT companies, since I am the IT wing coordinator of the Brahma Kumaris for the Hyderabad chapter, so we have started this culture in the IT industry that every floor, wherever they are working, they play a soft music for 1 minute per hour. And that is a signal for everybody to stop. Stop completely. Disconnect from what you are doing. Be an observer of your thoughts. And then watch it. If you find there is some problem going on there, steer it, or you find it's correct, it's going in the right direction, I will continue, I decide. Is it going the way I want it to be? The quality is good, quality check, here you have understand. The measure skill, check, and then come back to your work after that 1 minute. You know what happens after a period of time when such a thing is implemented? The work productivity of that company has gone very high. The employees can focus more. There is more focus on the work. We are too much into work, every day we get up. What is the first thought we have? Most of us? I am late. Bhago, bhago, bhago. Run, run. How do you have your breakfast? Jaldi, jaldi. Jaldi. Late ho gaya na? First thought is like that, so pura din, how is it going? How will you drive? Very fast. I don't have time. That is the common word used in this present moment, that I am late, I don't have time, I don't have the right resources, I don't have enough. Right? That is the common complaints, no? In general, everywhere, be it any employee or anywhere, any office, right? But if you decide in the morning to start it in a peaceful way, I am the peaceful soul within the body, that is my true quality, just feel it for a minute, then you come out of your bed. Don't just jump out of your bed, that's I'm late. That's a very wrong way to start your day. And that's where everything goes wrong then. फिर बोलते किसका मुंह देखा पता नहीं इतना wrong जा रहा है सब. किसी का नहीं देखने की जरूरत, आपका thought ही wrong था. We keep blaming others. इनका देखा, शायद इनका देखा, इसलिए ऐसा हो रहा है. No. You take charge of your life. Be in charge of your thoughts. पीछे जाके देखो आपने क्या thoughts create किया. क्यों? Why is anxiety, tension, ये हलचल in the body is so much experienced now? From the last 4-5 years, even children, parents come with their young children, anxiety patients. Why? सब हलचल है घर में. All the parents are always running, we don't have time, we are late. They are cooking with that only, those thought process. That energy is going in the food also. Children eating, they are also like this every day. सब समझ में नहीं आ रहा. It will happen. Don't blame the children. It will happen. As you are thinking, you are radiating that energy in the house. And if you carry that energy at workplace also, again it will start radiating there also. Wherever you go, in your friend circle, outing, again you will be radiating the same energy there also. So what is the energy field you want your field to be? Peaceful, happy, comfortable, right? If you want that energy field, you have to create those kind of thoughts. Because thoughts manifest. Whatever you are thinking, manifests. And whatever repeatedly you are thinking in a loop, that also will happen. If I feel walking down the stairs, I might fall, I will fall. Because too many times I have thought about it. So be very careful about your thoughts. Begin your day with the right thought. Thank your body. Have you ever thanked your body? This beautiful machine you have got, you use it throughout the day. But who thanks your body every day? Anybody in NSL? It's been serving you for so long. Start your day with thank you for this beautiful, wonderful body, and mind also is working tik-tak. Thank you. Thank you, God. Thank the workplace also where you're going. Start your day like this and see. Even though you are not best performer in the office, you are always having complaints about people or your seniors, still thank and start and see as an experiment for 1 month. Fake it also if you want. Just fake it. Tell lies to your mind that I have all the resources, I have all the time, I have all the facilities, I have all the clarity. Is there any harm in doing so? कुछ खर्चा हो रहा है? But आप 1 महीना करके देखो, just as an experiment. Trust me, you will be okay with everything happening around you because your resilience will go up. Pressures will not decrease by thinking like this, but your resilience will go up. And once your resilience goes up, no matter how much the pressure increases, you're okay. If I've built my muscles, I'm okay lifting twice the size of this table also. It's easy to complain, right? But let me build up my resilience so that I can face the worst of worst challenges in life. That is what meditation prepares you for. It is preparation. Every single day we work on our mind, on our thoughts to prepare ourselves for the worst. Even though we are not in the worst phase of our life, but we are prepared for it. Is it better or not? Or wait for the worst and then I'll start my preparation? Doesn't work. In the worst scene, you can't focus your mind also on one thing. Mind will be here and there. So prepare it well in advance. Start your day, then take these small breaks in between also. And then close your day also very peacefully. Last half an hour should be without any mobiles, without any televisions, without any gadgets around you. Have some healthy conversation with the family. Spend some time with them. Read some nice books. Listen to some very good music. And then go to bed. And most importantly, have that graph. Then you go to bed and see for yourself the quality of your sleep. Nowadays, many people are sleep deprived. Sleep disorders is growing like anything. We have a hospital close to our meditation center here in Banjara Hills. The doctor keeps telling, whenever we meet, she's a friend of mine, sleep therapist. Says, sister, it's all growing at an alarming stage. Double the size of the patients are coming every month. Double. They're not able to cope up with the growing patients also. Why? Last, how you close your day. That's very important. If you close it right, definitely you will have good sleep. And if you have good sleep, next morning you'll feel fresh. How many of you feel when you wake up that or 5 minutes sona hai? 5 more minutes to sleep? So those of you who have not raised hands, I can assume that you have very good sleeps. Majority have this problem. Why? Because we don't close our day properly. Close it in silence. Close it in reflective mode, going to where I went wrong or what happened good, bad. And the best way is to surrender it to God. We do it that way. We've been doing it for a very long time now and we can see the benefits. Immense benefits. Mind, always fresh. Body, very healthy, fit. Because if mind is healthy, body will be healthy by default. Nowadays people are working too much over the body. But what about the mind? If it is not looked after properly, no matter how fit your body is, it will collapse one day. It is the mind and the body relation which is very deep. Some disturbance in the mind, how will the body feel? Anxious. BP will go high. Some worry in the thought process, it gets translated into some disease in the body. What is disease, you know? What is disease? This is not easy with yourself. And where does it happen, you know? In the mind. You're not easy with yourself. That gets translated in the form of disease. Nowadays, doctors have agreed that most of our diseases are psychosomatic, which means related to your mind, to your thoughts. So, as is the quality of your thoughts, so it will get translated or it will get reflected in the body as well. If you want a fit body, be very particular about the quality of your thoughts. And who doesn't want to be healthy? The first thing which was in the introduction was said that many people have health issues because of stress and all of that. Can be avoided. And it's very simple also, trust me. It's not going to cost you too much also. Many people are selling different type of products, highly charged. But trust me, those are all temporary things. If you want some permanent solution or a constant solution, this is where you have to start, building up the muscle of the mind. Have healthy thoughts. So I shared one message with brother. Yeah, can we show? No, okay, we don't have a screen. So there is a thing called daily thoughts, which I can read for you. Mobile then. So I've been sharing these thoughts with many people on a daily basis to start their day on a positive note. Very practical, not something which you can't do or beyond your understanding. For example, today the sharing was, to pay attention to every act is to be a hero. That's the title. To pay attention to every act, your action, is being a true hero. How? The expression of it. The title is expression. How do you express this thought? A hero actor is one who has great attention of every act of his. Hero cannot act loosely. He has to be very attentive about every act he is delivering, because lakhs and lakhs of people are going to watch it. So he has to be very particular about every act. He makes sure that none of his words or actions are ordinary or waste. A hero cannot afford ordinary words or wasteful words. It will become breaking news next day morning. So he has to be very careful. The choice of words, the way he is expressing, he has to be very careful about it, right? He ensures perfection in everything he does. A hero always works towards perfection in whatever he is doing. This naturally brings the best out of him. Because of this attitude, it naturally brings the best out of him. Now the experience. Since I pay constant attention to everything I do, the experience, how it feels if I pay attention to everything I do, I find that I am able to give my best. I am then satisfied with whatever is happening, since I know what I do is not as important as how well I do. What I do is not important as how well I do it. So these kind of thoughts we have been sharing for quite some time with everybody. If you want to subscribe for it to start your day, I can write our website. You can go and register there and see how it works for you. It's www.brahmakumaris.com. Banjara Hills. .org. The problem is there is a starting trouble with positive thoughts. When you are asked, when you tell your mind that I have to think positive, don't know where exactly to start with. So as a starter, it helps you. Later you know what you have to think. Initially you can take the help of these daily thoughts and then you reflect and see how it feels. It's a matter of experience then throughout the day. When you take that 1 minute break also, reflect on what was the thought. Hold on to it. Let me bring into action. Let me see how it feels throughout the day when I'm holding on to this thought. Close your day, analyze how it went by. Was it good, bad? What was the experience? Analyze it, write it somewhere. It's good to write also. Then you go to bed. Make sense? Yeah? So are you ready to start and close your day this way? Yeah? At least make a try. So that someday with this practice, repetitive practice of positive thinking, your mind will not go under the loop of wasteful or negative thinking, which is very draining. And the very easy way to come out of stress, tension, anxiety, give your mind some healthy thoughts, that's all. Nowadays, even though medication is being given to people with anxiety or stress or depression, sometimes it's not working. The minute they stop their medication, they come back to the same old position. What is the permanent solution? Give your mind fresh thoughts. These are like fresh breeze. You open the window of the house, fresh breeze comes, it freshens your brain. Likewise, give your mind that fresh breeze so that it's not going under the routine loop of thoughts. Okay? So thank you for your patient listening, and I hope that you start your day with pleasure and not with pressure. Transform yourself. Om Shanti. I've turned it off.
Good evening, everybody. It is so enlightening to hear you, madam. Sister, I should call you Sister Shivani ji.
Thank you so much.
So enlightening.
Thank you.
I just prompted myself to take the mic there. It was not a planned to tell any vote of thanks or anything like that. We are not that competent to give you vote of thanks. We are too small in front of you.
No, brother,
In terms
you.
of your divinity,
That's
in
your
terms of
humility.
sacredness. But nevertheless, at my age, I thought first, some of the things are very revealing to me through her enlightening speech. I have never thought increasing your resilience will decrease your pressure, the stress. That's beautifully explained. We never thought. We only think of so many ways of getting out of the stress in materialistic world. Like, very silly way, we may go out, talk to people, maybe go for a drink, we may go for a party. They are not the ways. I think the best way is to increase the resilience. And the way she has illustrated on a small sketch, control your thought process, and that leads to a greater personality, which is in your own self. You are not borrowing anything, you are not hiding anything.
That's right.
You yourself will become a greater personality, a more better human being, a more efficient person, only because of your thought process. Am I right?
Yes, very rightly said.
And that's where, of course, one thing which, of course, which is a little scary, what you said is, next incarnation or our previous incarnation,
Oh,
which
yes.
we don't know anything. So hopefully,
It decides.
if we get a positive way, if we do things good, we'll have a better life. That again is a fond hope for us, and a sort of, a driver for us to do things in a better way. And coming to the context of our own environment here, if we can reach 20-30% of what you have said, I am very sure the general efficiency of the working environment will definitely be increased. And then it results in happiness to your homes, and at the end of the day, here we are all colleagues and co-workers, but when you go home, you are the master, and your children and your wife and your other dependent people will look at you as the role model. So what you do, what you preach and what you practice becomes a part of their life. So with this, if you practice, you become a bigger personality, and it leads to guiding your own kit and kin, and at the end of the day, the overall efficiency of the human being increases. This is a great revelation to me, though we learn things by virtue of meeting people, talking to friends and reading books, and I'm very sure that's why they call Brahma Kumaris. And hopefully, ma'am, if there is any possibility, we will try to come and
please do visit.
And then the chairman sir is not here. Now I know how much he was giving importance to this, and he has put his invitation in every WhatsApp group where chairman is there, and it encouraged all of us, probably all our friends across the nation, in our offices, in our factories, they are all listening to this, and that is how our chairman has advocated for this, and now I really feel the importance he has given, and the real fruitfulness of the importance what he has given is really commendable, and he is not here anyway, thanks to you. At the end of the day, thanks for all of you to patiently listening, and I hope take some part of our lecture, some part of our preaching, to go back to your home, carry it forward, and then let's all practice it. Thank you once again, Shivani.
Finally, we came to the end of the program today. The great speech of Sister Shivani Garu. Definitely we'll carry this forward and we'll implement in our regular daily life. And every program, it's a Thanksgiving program for end of the day, end of the program. So may I now request our Prasad Babu Garu, the CEO of Sugars, to felicitate.
Before felicitation, I forgot anything. But sister, you have some time for us?
Yes, please.
I think in a session like this,
Q&A can happen.
there has
Few
to be
questions.
Q&A. And let us be very open and spend some time before we facilitate. Any session of this nature would end with some question and answers, very positive, very close interaction. Please feel free, and some of you can ask one mic that we can answer.
If you have any questions, you can ask.
Ladies first.
Wherever you are staying, there is a Brahma Kumari center within a range of 3 kilometers. So we have a presence in 130 countries and more than 11,000 branches worldwide. So there are about 50 centers or plus now, I don't have the correct figure now, more than 50 centers in Hyderabad itself. So wherever you are staying, you will find one center close to you. You can search it on the net, brahmakumaris.com, and you will find the address or the contact details, or you can, on this website also, you can send that I want in the Dropbox, you can write that I want the address or the contact number of the place where you are living. But I strongly suggest that please take benefit of the beautiful knowledge being shared here, selflessly being given, without charging you 1 rupee also. Not that it is very inexpensive, but it is the most expensive knowledge. That's why we couldn't put a price on it. One figure couldn't be thought that this much should be charged for our courses. It is so priceless. For that reason it is kept free, not that it is of no value. Don't think it that way. It can turn your life in a 90-degree maybe, or day and night change you will find. It's just very close to your place, go with your family, make time. Because if you run around like this, I don't have time, you don't take break for yourself, for your mind, there will be breakdowns. So before that breakdowns happen, make time for yourself, for your family. This would be the best gift you can give it to your family and children also. If children start meditating at an early age, the sooner the better for them. They will not fall in the loop of overthinking or anxiety or stress or tension. They can avoid that at a very early age. So my humble request that all of you please take benefit of the meditation offered there. It's a 1 week foundation course, 45 minutes per day, just 45 minutes for yourself, because it's time to give yourself also a little time. We give time to everybody, but how about yourself? So this is the time to uplift yourself, to energize yourself, to empower yourself so that no matter how many pressures life offers, you are able to manage it. Thank you. And I'm open to questions, yes.
Yeah, I would like to ask you, it is relating to me, maybe others also can get benefited.
Yeah.
See, I'm a diabetic from the age of 26.
Okay.
It is, even if you think it is hereditary, my father got maybe around 67 years. So I got at 26.
Okay.
So when doctor said it is because of your sedentary life, because you don't exercise,
Right.
or only go to office.
Yes.
Still I am managing it last 30 years. One thing is, like as you mentioned, that your thoughts, positive thoughts, okay, that will reduce the stress and thereby the hormones.
Yes.
In
Yes.
scientific way.
Yes. Scientifically, thoughts.
But, physical exercise.
Yes.
Go to doctor. So another thing is three things: medication, food, and exercise.
Exercise. Yes.
So we never touched upon that aspect. Like resilience of mind building is one aspect. But how do you say that physical exercise is it equally important? Or
It is important. I strongly recommend physical exercises also is required. Only just thoughts also doesn't work. You have to give your body also a little bit of exercise. Only then holistically you can develop.
That means which are asanas. Or
Yeah, it could be any
make the body-
asana, simple or whatever you want to follow the routine. The body can do it easily on a routine basis. Please go for it. I strongly recommend physical exercises along with meditation, because only meditation also and little care to the body, that also doesn't help you. You have to look after both the car and the driver. Body is the car, driver is the soul. The soul is left over.
Thank you.
Only physical exercises also doesn't help. Only meditation also doesn't help in your overall development. But mind and body both has to be equally taken care of. That's because mind was left over from all these years. Body was still little bit, awareness was there. But mind awareness, now very recently people have started talking about it. Only when it became a big, like a pandemic, it is showing up. Only then people are waking up to it. Whereas Brahma Kumaris has been talking about this from the last 87 years. This organization is 87-year-old and it's been talking about it since then. But theek hai, so later also, but theek hai, people have started understanding the importance of it, which is good now. That's why take help before you fall in a helpless state. Om Shanti. Any other questions?
No. So, any questions?
Yes, sisters, this side. Anything you would like to ask?
Sister, you might have done these programs in many organizations.
Yes.
So, is there any practice to acknowledge a good behavior in the colleague? So, have you come across? So, physically, suppose I can hand over a white card or something like this.
Acknowledge the
Acknowledge the good behavior. Okay.
good behavior of your colleague. Okay. Can you give me more examples of what you want to convey? Like, can you make it more clear for me?
Yeah, there is a situation. Suppose I am under the impression that something has gone wrong.
Okay.
And the transaction will go in a bad shape.
Okay.
Suppose my colleague has settled it very coolly and he has
Okay.
helped out. So I want to acknowledge him.
You want to acknowledge. Acknowledging, the best way is sending good vibrations to that soul. Thank you too. More than the verbal also, the thoughts is even more important. Thank him for showing you that how peacefully or how efficiently that can be done in a nicer way. Thank you heartfully. And I will pick up and practice that. That is the best acknowledgement you can give. More than your words also. Sometimes we make a nice card and tell them and make them feel nice, but we don't practice that. Whatever virtue you find in him, which he is practicing and you are admiring, try to pick up and practice. Okay? That is the best acknowledgement. Bring it into your life. Try. Keep a name, keep a thought. Hold on to that thought till you manifest it. Don't let it go. We give up on our thoughts. नहीं हो रहा, आज peacefully नहीं हुआ, छोड़ देते. कल फिर शुरू करो. कल भी नहीं हुआ, फिर again I will hold on to my peace. I will hold on to my patience. We start our day like this. Like for example, today I have decided I will be patient with everybody. I choose to be patient. No matter what people are doing, I will be patient. And in this 1 hour breaks also, I have again reminded myself, was I patient? Because I decided in the morning. If not, I correct it. I will be. And if today I sit back and see end of the day I was not patient, let us say, I will continue my experiment tomorrow. Be an experimenter with your thoughts. If I am not able to achieve in 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, do it for a month. Don't give up. You have to make it your own. Virtues are not just to be talked about. Virtues are something to be experienced. We in the Brahma Kumaris don't just talk about virtues, but we experience those virtues every single day. We make it our own. And that's our real treasure. That's how we count our success also. Our measure scale of success is very different. If I'm more peaceful, more patient, more happy, more loving, more caring, more giving, more appreciative, I'm successful. I feel that way. I'm there. I don't need those garlands to make me feel I'm successful. I don't need those medals, those awards to make me feel I'm successful. I don't need that. I know if I'm practicing all of these, I'm successful. I'm content with my life then. And a content life is the best life to live. Because now, no matter what people are achieving, they're still not content inside. And with the help of meditation, this comes naturally. You are first happy wherever you are. And that's the biggest achievement. Even if you have a big house and you're not happy with it or content with it, what's the point? And even if you have a very small house and you're happy there and you're okay with whatever you're getting, that's the real achievement. That's the real achievement. Now the definition has changed for people, but that's a big subject to talk about. I can talk the whole day. But make yourself worth living. Make it count. This life is valuable. Don't let it go waste. You can make the most out of it. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your valuable suggestions. And I now request our Prasad Babu, the CEO of NSL Sugars, to felicitate with a memento to Sister Shivani Garu on this occasion. Give a big hand.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. thank you each and everyone who attended offline and online this session. Hope we will continue this type of
मिलेंगे
sessions
उनको हाँ हाँ
in the future. Thank you once again. Thank you one and all.
I have some blessing cards for all of you. These cards have different blessings written on it. You can pick up and see what blessing you are getting from the Almighty. Different blessings unnai. That blessing is actually who you are from God's eye. If you see yourself, that is who you are. But you have to make that or use that virtue written on it more in your dealings and see the power behind it. So you keep that card with yourself, keep reading it often and make that blessing happen. Okay, thank you. Okay. They can come, let them come forward. Can pick up one card and proceed. You're welcome. Okay, you're welcome. Pick up one card only. If you get two, you place it back, okay?
Thank you, sir.
Because I don't think we have enough for everybody. One card each. Yes.
You can hold it for you, madam, if you don't mind.
I'm okay with this. One card. Welcome. You're welcome. You're most welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. Welcome. You're welcome. You're most welcome. Welcome. You're most welcome. You're welcome. You're most welcome. Everybody here? You're most welcome. Okay. Have you taken your card? Okay. To give this.
అక్కడ బంజారా పంపించారు
అని